footage of combat operations carried out by drone teams of the Spetsnaz Group of the Central Military Group in the direction of Krasnoarmeysk. During the liberation of settlements, drone operators carried out precision strikes against Ukrainian forces, clearing the way for Russian assault groups. Ukrainian armed forces took up positions in buildings, basements, and field fortifications. After identifying targets, operators methodically attack infantry positions, throwing grenades precisely into narrow openings and basement entrances. Four-rotor aircraft dropping munitions strike hard-to-reach locations inaccessible to Ukrainian assault units or artillery. Precise airstrikes on designated targets minimize casualties among personnel and ensure the successful completion of combat missions to liberate populated areas. Two Russian soldiers in the back of a pickup truck opened fire with light weapons to shoot down a Ukrainian FPV drone. They failed to shoot down the drone, so they chose to jump out of the vehicle. Everyone is alive. There are only minor injuries. As part of efforts to expand the buffer zone in the Kharkiv region, Russian fighters from the Sever Group are skillfully using drones to destroy their targets one by one.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
The assault units of the 33rd Motorized Rifle Regiment of the 20th Motorized Rifle Division are conducting decisive offensive operations in the Yablonevka area. Despite the urgent transfer of Ukrainian reserves, the 33rd Motorized Rifle Regiment is engaged in fierce fighting in this direction. The video shows the 33rd Motorized Rifle Regiment's UAV operator coordinating attacks on targets in a forested area. It's as if he can hear the enemy's thoughts. The enemy doesn't even have time to think, says the regiment officer about the UAV operator. Fire on target. Ukrainian armed forces units are attempting to move through the underbrush, but their movements are immediately detected by drones and swiftly neutralized. Suppression efforts can also be seen before the attack groups can move into position. At the same time, mobile groups and armored units are advancing rapidly to raid the village. The coordinates identified by the UAV operators are being cleared as a result of intense clashes. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Nighttime attacks by Russian Juran UAVs on Ukrainian targets in Odessa.
охуеть, бля.
Там же люди, Мишка, там же люди.
Пиздец.
A Ukrainian vehicle was transporting 15 soldiers. A Russian fiber optic drone flew directly toward the vehicle and, as a result of a direct hit, disrupted the vehicle's rotation. The 15 Ukrainian soldiers quickly abandoned the now disabled vehicle and took cover in the nearby wooded area. The collision occurred on the right front passenger side of the vehicle. What do you think happened to the passenger sitting on that side? Share your thoughts in the comments. Iran struck Ukrainian training camps, bridges, and command centers of Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV operators. Bridges in the areas of Shakhov and Vladimirovka, Ukrainian drone control centers in the Yablonovka region. A training camp of the Donetsk Operational Tactical Group of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the Popasnoye settlement in the Dnipropetrovsk region. In the video, an FPV drone is seen striking the position of a foreign AGS-Mk-19 belonging to the Ukrainian Armed Forces. During the attack, the grenade launcher was destroyed. Footage of combat operations carried out by the South Forces Group's 3rd Joint Armed Forces to destroy the command center and launch site of Ukrainian Armed Forces UAVs in the Severisk region. Another group of equipment belonging to the Ukrainian Armed Forces encounters VT-40 and KVN FPV UAVs on the border of the Dnipropetrovsk region. Two Russian soldiers traveling on the road spotted a Ukrainian FPV drone ahead of them. They quickly got out of their vehicle and opened fire to bring down the drone, which was making a buzzing sound like a small fly. No one was injured. Kursk region. A convoy of Ukrainian Armed Forces armored vehicles attempted an early morning attack in the direction of Glushkovsky. A column of 3 BMPs advanced from Pavlovka towards the Russian state border. The armored vehicles in the pursued convoy were attacked one after another. 2 armored vehicles and 1 Stryker APC were immediately dispersed during the attacks. The attack was repulsed by Russian troops. Near the village of Yablonovka, a Rubicon unit detected a Finnish Sisu X A180 armored personnel carrier on the move. The target was destroyed by several attacks from FPV unmanned aerial vehicles. Sisu X A180 is a Finnish-made 6x6 wheeled armored personnel carrier APC, and multi-purpose military vehicle. One of Ukraine's most expensive tanks, the T-72M1, was scrapped after successive attacks by Russian fiber-optic drones, Prince Vandal of Novgorod. A few weeks later, the T-72M1 tank appears again in the drone's camera. It is now burnt out and almost destroyed. An old American Paladin is burning in the Donbas forests. UAV operators from the Vostok military group destroyed the wheeled gun in the southern Donetsk direction. Here, Russian forces continue to advance toward the Dnipropetrovsk region border in another sector. After taking control of Komar village, battles have begun for the nearby villages of Prebudova, Mirna, and Podubna. Here is a video showing the Russian flag flying over a village south of Chasiv Yar. The forward units of the 1442nd Motorized Rifle Regiment of the 6th Motorized Rifle Division of the Southern Military District captured the village of Stuposhki in the Donetsk People's Republic during intense fighting. Stuposhki is a village located in the Konstantinovsky district of the former Donetsk region, with a pre-war population of approximately 80. It is situated on the T-0504 highway, 5 kilometers south of Chasiv Yar and 6 kilometers east of Konstantinovka. To reach the eastern outskirts of the city, Russian forces must first capture Predtikino. Additionally, Russian forces are advancing toward Konstantinovka along the H-20 highway from the southwest, via Novo-Olenovka, from the south via Romanivka, and from the southeast via Toretsk, Dzerzhinsk, along the T-0516 highway. This city is the key to opening the route to the Slavyansk-Kramatorsk pocket. Dzerzhinsk direction. Selfie of the Ukrainian armed forces on a motorcycle. Equipment, communication, and surveillance, UAVs, and a selection of VT-40 applications for FPV drones for the Ukrainian armed forces. A compilation of images captured in just a few days. Be sure to share your thoughts on FPV drones in the comments. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Paratroopers from the 217th Regiment of the Sever military group showed what the state border area near the village of Tetkino in Kursk looked like, where a real graveyard of Ukrainian military equipment was discovered. A destroyed American Bradley infantry fighting vehicle, combat armored vehicles, and a cleanup vehicle, all destroyed by FPV operators. Images of the precise work of the artillerymen of the 27th Regiment of the 6th Division on the outskirts of Konstantinovka. While Ukrainian troops were constructing a UAV control point, Russian drone operators quickly identified the target, and the position was destroyed as a result of precise strikes by Russian artillery. The movement of a Ukrainian soldier in Bogatyr was detected. Haribi was hiding in the houses. When he came out, he was attacked. Then a FPV drone carried out the final attack. Russian drone ambushed and destroyed the ATV. In Konstantinovsky direction, Russian drone operators are destroying the logistics of the Ukrainian armed forces. guards of the 121st Regiment of the 68th Division of the Western Forces are hunting down Ukrainian equipment in the Kharkiv region during an attack on Kupiansk. UAV operators belonging to the 336th Guards Naval Brigade, affiliated with the Vostok Group, destroyed a UAV belonging to the Ukrainian Armed Forces during the rescue of the village of Komar. Near the village of Dilievka, not far from Toretsk, Ukrainian UAV control points and positions were destroyed by the FAB-500. In the Kupiansk direction, the UAV operators of the 27th Brigade destroyed the BMPs of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the M113 Armored Personnel Carrier Vehicle. A Russian Mavic shoots down a Ukrainian fiber-optic UAV by cutting the wire with its blades. Drone operators from the 810th Marine Brigade in the Sumy region shot down 2 Ukrainian soldiers. No location given. The epic explosion of the Ukrainian Armed Forces ammunition depot. The Russian armed forces reported that air defense units in the city of Konotop in the Sumy region were attacked by missiles fired from an Iskander M mobile missile system. A clip of a few hours of attacks by Russian UAV operators in the Dnipropetrovsk region. They destroyed Ukraine's armored vehicles and pickup trucks one by one.